What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. And this is the real reason they are upset at Kabrutus. Yes, it all started with that sweet little Brazilian making the Sweet Baby Ink Detected, which let everyone know if a game had been involved with the DEI consultancy, narrative consultancy company, Sweet Baby Ink. Now, the issue here that we all came to learn in the last, well, basically during this last Gamergate, is that one, almost every single major gaming studio is already corrupted. Without any of these consultancy companies, almost all of these game companies are already filled with woke, mind virus captured people who would have done all the things we dislike to begin with. They just go that one step further and they hire these consultancies to just refine their ruination. And that is where KabrutusRambo came in. That is where we had that Sweet Baby Ink Detected, and it was very effective. But because Sweet Baby Ink is just but one of many, notably we have seen Black Girl Gamers and Gamer X, and there's many, many more, all trying to grift all that sweet, sweet ESG funding. And so here's the big one. Not just Sweet Baby Ink Detected, DEI Detected, which something tells me this thing's going to be pinging into the red in damn near every game. But Kabrutus, Diversity Buster, DEIDetected.com launches as games curator. Kabrutus speaks out on DEI and gaming. And fuck speaking, he's fighting back. He's one of the only ones. Obviously, we're all doing it, but like an actual factual making websites and things to talking about it's great, but until we get the vast majority, and that's how you do it, right? By talking about it, until you get the vast majority of people on board and seeing exactly what we're talking about, we ain't doing nothing. And thankfully, Kabrutus and his, certainly with his Sweet Baby Ink Detected, and now with his DEI Detected, that's doing the Lord's work. So in a recent controversy that set the gaming world ablaze, the Steam curation group Sweet Baby Ink Detected found itself at the center of a heated debate between gamers and gaming journalists. The group, created by Brazilian gamer Kabrutus, aims to inform consumers about games that have been influenced by DEI ideology during their development process. Now it has launched a curation website, DEIDetected.com. I'm sure we will all go over there. Make sure to bookmark that. That provides a full listing of the ESG DEI infused games. Sweet Baby Ink, a narrative consultation company focused on over diversifying the game industry, has been a key nemesis in this discussion. Some argue that their involvement has led to the forced inclusion of diversity in established franchises, while others believe these changes are necessary and should be applauded. And like I said, is that those changes were happening no matter what. Large interview with Kabrutus revealed that he started the website DEI Detected to have complete control over the content without relying on platforms like Steam. Yeah, and we were very lucky that even though it took a little back and forth of combating each of those false flags against him, Steam has upheld it, but that won't last forever, especially when you look at who's maybe involved in some of the Steam funding. Hey guys, since I launched the website, I have decided to include games that do not respect the original developers through localization by inserting DEI agendas into the translations to the list. Localizing a game is as important as it is keeping it content free of DEI. And we have seen that that's the other tactic they use, localization, when changing, instead of changing it to the same type of joke, but relative that, like Americans would understand, they insert and make it a DEI political joke, pushing their narratives, very disingenuous, and was also leading to some Eastern companies using AI to do localization instead. When asked about the group's impact on the industry, Kabrutus stated that his primary goal was to let people know if a game has any involvement with Sweet Baby Ink. He also addressed the alleged attempts by a Sweet Baby Ink employee to have the group taken down and his personal Steam account banned, suggesting that this context was omitted from media coverage because it didn't align with pre-approved narrative. Well, of course not. They want to gaslight people into believing that me and the members of my awesome community are a bunch of, bigots. Let's put it that way. And they don't mind lying to achieve that goal. And by the way, shout out to the Warhammer community right now. I don't know if some of you are watching. You've definitely been subbing to the videos or subbing to the channel based on the videos. You guys are getting the height of a gaslighting campaign right now, where you're not only being told that history is not as you knew it, but anyone that calls it out is they're getting gaslit. They're getting called all the fun things that we do. On the topic of diversity in video games, Kabrutus expressed his belief that it is good when done properly and in a way that makes sense within the context of the story. He cited examples like Gears of War and Street Fighter as franchises that have successfully incorporated. Look, almost all of the movies, TV shows, comics, everything we've had has plenty of diversity in it and characters that are not white that we all enjoy. The difference is it wasn't done with any insidious agenda behind it, and it wasn't done to punish everyone that isn't the skin color or gender of those characters, which is what current implementations are doing. I'm perfectly fine if a game has a diverse cast of characters or not. It will depend on what kind of story it tells. For example, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Thing, directed by John Carpenter. There are 0 female characters in this movie, and it wasn't an issue because it works in that context. Diversity is good when done properly, like in a Gears of War game. It's the Coal Train, baby. A game I always like to use it as an example. Delta Squad was formed by a black guy, a Latin guy, and 2 average white Americans. He also emphasized that companies like Sweet Baby Inc. should focus on build. And by the way, Gears of War is like another fucking planet in an alternate future. And it's he also emphasized that companies like Sweet Baby Inc. should focus on building new franchises and growing their own audience instead of attempting to convert well-established audience. That would take talent. They don't have that. Companies like Sweet Baby Inc. should start building new franchises and grow an audience of their own instead of trying to convert other well-established audiences into liking what they believe people should like. And that right there is the rub of every single DEI initiative, from the movies to the comics to the games to everything. They want to force us to like things that they think we will like, regardless if we have any interest in it whatsoever. Kabrutus also shared his plans to expand the DEI Detected website to include other companies accused of forcing DEI or ESG into video games. I intend to include all those companies who work as DEI consultants, aka political agenda consultants, and the games they work on. Basically, the same that I already do on the Steam curation page, listing the games that have DEI implemented, but this time around coming from many other DEI consultancy companies too, while also promoting good, mainly indie games that respect us gamers by not trying to re-educate us, virtue signaling, and influence the way we see the world. These will be referred to as DEI free games. Not going to find many of those. Like I said, they're mostly indie. The website will list games that have DEI implemented and promote DEI free games that respect gamers without attempting to re-educate or influence the worldview. Yeah, I would like, and let's just close out here. Kabrutus is saying, I would like to ask everyone who really cares about what is going on to stop harassing other people. I know how you guys feel, and yes, I am aware of the articles, but bear in mind that this is not the way to solve anything. Ask them questions, support me in the cause, spread the word, but by any means do not harass anyone, as responsible as they can be. We do not fight harassment with more harassment, but with the truth. We are the good guys. Let's make sure everybody understands that. Look, and I don't know anyone in my sphere outright harassing or doing anything like that. Yeah. Do I pronounce Alyssa Mercanti? I sure fucking do. Welcome. We got to have some fun. I don't consider that harassment. I would say she doesn't watch my videos, but she probably does, because I know she watches Hypnotic and some of the other channels. But either way, hey, Alyssa, if you're just watching, if you could just fuck off and stop trying to ruin all our shit, we'll stop pronouncing your last name Mercanti. But as for actual harassment, as for actually going there, I don't know anyone doing that. But yes, we obviously do not meme on them and joke on them all day long, but don't actually harass anyone, obviously. Like, you needed me to say that. Looking to the future, Kabrutus aims to expand DEI Detected to cover movies, series, anime, and other forms of media. Oh, this website's going to be huge. He's going to be the Mr. Skin of DEI, except fucking exposing it. He acknowledged that he cannot tackle everything alone and expects others to contribute articles on related subjects. As the debate surrounding diversity in gaming continues, it is clear that the work of Steam groups like Sweet Baby Inc. Detected and the new DEI Detected website and the opinions of gamers like Kabrutus will play a significant role in the shaping of discourse. While the gaming community remains divided on the issue, not that divided, open and honest discussions about implementing diversity in video games are more important than ever. If you want black people in your games, then write a setting and characters that make sense. Don't just write a generic story and then, regardless of where it's set or what it's about, you just a 50-50 spat out of equity casting, which is what they want, which is why it's so jarring when you see it compared to when it's done right. Let me know what you think of this. Make sure to check out DEI Detected. And as always, continue with Sweet Baby Ink Detected. Make sure to like, share, and sub if you have done that. Thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.